just want a bag, like an old lady. I'm backwoods smoking, I don't own papers, pass that 808. That shit a dome shaker. Oh, bitch, you know I'm grinding like a pro skater. Baby mama bugging, I'm so quick to hit ignore. Buku bitches in my bed, I got scales all on my floor. I got money on the line, plus I'm clocking that galore. I got bitches kissing bitches, oh, them bitches go explore. I'm feeling way up, well, fuck it, I stay up. Put your bitch on my Snapchat, while I fuck up I make her. She want a chance with me, cause she know I'm a rapper. I give a dick, but I never get feelings, cause shawty, I know what you after. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. Get hit in my section at 12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch out, little bit, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my put and put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a pussy, your panties get tooken. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fuck shit. Young and trapping out the bando, from the ceiling fan to the damn floor, trying to stack my money up. Cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the way.
Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's PCM Marquee Matchup. We do have an absolute belter on tap for you here tonight. As things stand in the table right now, this is a first versus fourth matchup. It is defending champions from last season in Super League, Orlando Pirates, against a Real Madrid team that is really in surging form this season. I'm here joined alongside me for the first time in the box, Mr. Flea. How are you doing on this afternoon?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be with you in the box for the first time. It's very exciting, for sure.
It is going to be nice to have you along, especially for a match of this magnitude in a season where it seems to be ever the more competitive between teams at the top. These two teams in Orlando and Real Madrid find themselves within the top five, and as games are still being put in, it still stands that way. Orlando, on their 19 games, 43 points, they lead Young Boys, who have a game in hand. Over the top of the table, that lead is only about 2 points. Real Madrid, nearly 10 points off of Orlando with a game in hand as well. So plenty of games still to go, but we can definitely see, Flea, this Super Cup spots and our championship battle really starting to take place. And I think this match may really play a huge impact into that those final games.
No doubt. It's a proper midseason match between heavyweights who are gunning for, World Cup spots. So this is definitely a match that both teams have, checked off on their season match list that they've been keeping an eye out for. So both managers will be gunning and hoping to get their teammates ready for this game to garner all 3 points.
Well, last season's Chelsea, this season's Real Madrid didn't quite have as much success as they did last season. They brought in some reinforcements, and their side looks like this is the 3-5-2 for Real Madrid. Jack getting the start in net, newly acquired from the folded Leon. Exile manages his side from the left center back position in Libero, and Stellar par him on the other side. Lazo 10, Twinkie make up the defensive midfield. Tolino and Mokro, the wide midfielders. Goatless down the middle. Winnie and Friolito up top as the striker duo. And that front three, as is many front threes in the league, fully, they know each other well. They can do a lot of damage very, very quickly.
For sure. Winnie, as currently stands right now, he has 6 goals and 7 assists, and those 7 assists are tied or third most in the league. And Friolito with 8 goals, it's tied for 4th in the league, and 3 assists as well to back those goals up. And Goatless was a Team of the Week appearance on the bench, and he's 2nd in Super League in key passes. So definitely a front three that's very, very dangerous on the attack, and one to keep out for in this big game.
Well, their competition is no pushovers either. They're going to have a lot to face and have their hands definitely full with this Orlando team. 3-5-2 from them as well. Sanchez getting the start in net. Austin, Wani, and Lazo 23 make up the back three with Lake and CM9 the midfield pairing. Moneybags manages his side from the right midfield position with Dust, his opposite partner, and Avols, who's needs no introduction in the attacking midfield. And Evo and Cassie, the deadly duo up top being paired this season, is already an explosive combo as we approach the halfway point. An Orlando team that is stacked from top to bottom. It's going to be a very, very large task for Real Madrid to topple these Orlando Giants.
Orlando squad has
coming through a little bit for me, Flea.
And CM9 is he's leading the Super League in tackles with 56. He's also first in interceptions with 82, and first in possessions won. This guy is an absolute stud in midfield and is the real engine that gets this team going. But their strikers and their attacking midfielders and A-balls, I mean, like you said, no introduction needed. These guys banging goals in their sleep, and we can expect a lot of goals from them in this game if they keep their form up.
Well, an Orlando team that doesn't seem like they've skipped a beat after winning last season's title. They're still once again in that title hunt. It's been interesting to see Moneybags replenish his side. They lost a few defensive players over the offseason, but managed to bring in like replacements and really make it work. It's not always that you get replacements in and they just click right away. But Moneybags, fully for me, seems to have made that work flawlessly.
No doubt. He's this Orlando squad is won 5 of their last 6 games. They're in really good form. They've had a little slip up here in the Royal Cup where they didn't get out of their group. But I mean, in the Super League, they've been really bang on form, and this team is flying high at the moment for sure.
Well, it looks like we're loading in now, Flea, as we do every marquee matchup. Do you have any idea on how this one's going to shape up?
Well, the last meeting between these two sides didn't come from the Super League. This is the first time they've been playing in the Super League season, but it came from the Royal Cup group stage match, Group C, and that ended in a 2-2 draw. Orlando, unfortunately, didn't make it out of the group stage as they finished third, and Real Madrid ended second in that Group C and qualified for the quarterfinal. I think this is going to be a similar match, but I give Orlando the edge here, 2-1 to Orlando.
Well, as we have kicked things off here, Real Madrid left to right in their full white kits, Orlando rather, in their red and blacks. We are underway. Twinkie regaining the ball, handing that one straight to Lake. Foul being called. Real Madrid regain possession, and they will have the first set piece here just over 2 minutes into this contest. It should be very, very good. This one being chipped over the top. Solar gets to it. Winnie bring that out for Goatless, who may be offside. That one whipped in, and Austin there to clear that one away. And now can Orlando break from that early attack? Kessie over to Evo. They can go back to front very quickly, but they'll elect to slow things down here through Lake. Now into Kessie. He's going to look to turn his defender. Can't quite do so. Solar is going to help out his midfielder, but he's going to hand it straight into Evo, and Orlando back on the attack yet again. And that man, I believe that was Dust running in behind, was, well, a bit more than just a little bit offside. Bonnie hooking this one all the way over. Exile there to claim that and get his side back underway again. Winnie, who is running at that back line, nearly had it for a second, regains it in the end. Tolino now shaking one defender back into Winnie. Winnie trying to square that ball across, and Lake is able to get it there. And Orlando are looking to counter once more, but it's an extreme press from Moker, who centers that ball. Winnie with a shot, and Sanchez there to make that save. First shot of the game going Real Madrid's way. Not much threatening to the goal in the end.
Madrid with that press, they're going to be on them all night, and those those chances might be unfortunate for Orlando if they keep that up.
It is Orlando about to make, or at least attempt to make a chance themselves, as Tolino is able to clean that one up and clear it away up to Winnie, who's going to look to find Frio. Does find Frio, who finds himself coming all the way across the pitch from normally his right side all the way to the left now for him. Lazo 10 able to claim that one, and Winnie trying to bundle his way through. CM9 not having any of that, clearing it away. Evo just sending it back up the line once more, making Libero's job ever so slightly more difficult. Lake taking that ball away, and Orlando on the prowl yet again, but not before. Well, I said for a second Lazo 10 had it. Back with Evo, looking for Kessie. It didn't quite come off to him, but this midfield press now from Orlando might help them out. And Evo with a shot, and Evo off the edge of the post. Orlando with the best opportunity so far. Exiled tackling that one out of play, but it's the inside of the post only for Orlando. And just under 20 minutes, still 0-0.
Yeah, it's a pretty even-keeled game as far as possession go. Both teams have had very slight chances that couldn't hit the back of the net, but it's a very even-keeled game. Both teams putting on the press quite well here in the early going.
Real Madrid trying to counter off of an Orlando corner, but it's going to be the linesman saying no to that attack as when he was deemed offside. Orlando will look to come forward once more. Moker is already having a very good defensive game against Kessie, who hasn't seen much of the ball. Moker generating that early opportunity for Real Madrid, able to really help them potentially get all 3 points here. He tries to whip this one over his top. Frio's actually going to get to that one. Austin's going to step in the way. He's going to do so again. Sanchez able to claim that bouncing ball. I get this one straight back up the field for Orlando. Moneybags on the far side. It's tripped up ever so slightly by Tolino. No foul from the referee. Wani tries to get to that. Has his counterpart Austin there to help him out. And Lazo 23 is going to spray this one all the way across for Dust, who's able to get to it and shrug off the challenges of Mokro. And now through late, can he find into Kessie? And Twinkie is there to clean that one up. He was met slightly by Lake. Real Madrid coming forward here yet again. You can see here, Goatless now into Winnie. Is Winnie onside? Yes, he is. Chips it back for Frio. Now back to Lazo 10, looking to go over the top. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Real Madrid defensive midfielder and wide mid. And you can see Lazo 10 trying to make that challenge. Lake spreading it out to Dust. Orlando look to be ever so slightly more threatening with their attacks than Real Madrid, but that's not to say Real Madrid haven't been in this game. Mokro able to tackle that. Orlando's second corner of the game. Remember, they were almost countered their last corner attempts. They're going to have to be a little more careful as Ribeiro gets to that. Moneybags looks to chip that one over the top. It looks like the Real Madrid goalkeeper is actually, well, he was paused for a second apparently. Vols now, CM9 into Dust, finds Evo, and only finds the shins of Lazo 10, who wrestles it around a little bit. Jack off of his line quickly to claim that one and send it forward for Frio. And it doesn't even get near Moneybags. Into Lake, now for Dust. Kessie dribbling on the ball. Lake claiming it back. Vols for Kessie. In for Evo. In for Vols, and Jack is there. That would have been a very, very nice play from Orlando had it come off in the end, but it is still 0-0. Is Winnie now. Can Real Madrid return the favor? As it's whipped into the back post. Lazo 23 there to make the play.
These back lines on both sides are very nice and tidy, and they're making it very, very difficult for the attacking players to penetrate through into the penalty area to gain some chances.
Ribeiro looking for Solar, who sends it all the way to the back post. Goat was trying to bring that one down, having to ride the challenge of Moneybags, and Moneybags actually ends up winning that in the end and sending it away to clear the danger just for the moment for his side. As a 23 tackling that out of play in a few successive throw-ins as we end, come towards the near end of the first half. Twinkie with a shot, and that one is never really troubling the goalkeeper. 43 minutes played. Still goalless here, but that isn't to say that we haven't had our fair share of opportunities. CM9 being met in the midfield by Twinkie, has Vols to help him out. Can Orlando grab a goal before halftime? Exile with a good step in to make sure that no further harm is done to his defense. Torino now, and it'd be Real Madrid to counter. We've played over just under actually half of our added time of 3 minutes. Can Lake possibly get the goal before halftime? Vols, Evo. He has money down the far side, looks to try to find Vols again, but it doesn't quite work out, and that is how the first half ends in Fleet. It was definitely very, very even between the two teams. Not many chances on target, but
no, not much separates these sides for sure. It seems like going forward in possession, Orlando looks slightly more threatening, but Real Madrid is looking to break on that counter, and they've gotten some opportunities on the counterattack. Watch out for set pieces playing a big part in this game. It seems like there's really nothing between these sides in the play. There's really nothing between them. It's going to be interesting to see how the second half plays out.
Halftime is finished, and we are ready to go with the second half. We are underway. Orlando will kick us off, and we'll have advantage played there very, very early on, as it looks like Vols who went to ground, but Kessie now with Vols looking to find Moneybags over the top. Will he have a shot? He tries to center it back in the middle. Exile was there to block it, but Orlando still on the ball, and their attack seems to have fizzled out for the time being. Torino with a nice bit of footwork to get around one defender, but not two Real Madrid defenders. It is back with Orlando once more. Vols now on the ball over to Evo. CM9 looking to find Moneybags over the top. Can he keep that ball in? Yes, he can, and he gets to the byline. Torino clearing that one out for yet another Orlando corner kick. And as you said during halftime, Fleet, that pieces could be the decider here.
For sure, and looks like Madrid's got a lot of people in the box to marking those guys that get on the headers and just clear it out. Now it's job well done by Madrid there. They're looking to break on the attack.
And Okra down that far side is going to try to find Goatless in the middle, but he looked like his attacking midfielder had ran completely out of energy. And he couldn't quite help himself in the attack. Now this big switch over to Moneybags with a shot. Jack there to make a fairly comfortable save. It wasn't very threatening towards the goal. In the end, not really troubling Real Madrid goalkeeper, but maybe this newest attack from Orlando could do so. Kessie looking to try to get around one Real Madrid defender, finds Evo. Evo's able to actually keep that in. And Libero does the same for his Real Madrid team and can free up, find a way forward. Does so through Winnie, who's actually picked up a yellow in the interim. Still with Winnie, looking to find the man in the middle. Twinky's going to have a shot, and that one was blocked on its way through. Sanchez was able to just kind of pick up the moon that was sitting in front of him. That wasn't really any sort of a threat at goal. Dust has that one banging off his chest, and Mokro tackling that one out of play. We are just about to approach the hour mark, still 0-0, but you can sense the tides are starting to turn. CM9 into Vols, Exile and Vols fighting with that one, and Tolino's going to have a heavy touch and hand that one right back to Orlando. That one trying to find Kessie, found Twinkie shortly, but now back to the feet of Kessie, back into the feet of Dust. This is a great build-up play here from Orlando, and the shot was blocked on the way through. Libero was able to get in the way of that and not allow that one to trouble his goalkeeper, and this could be a potential mistake, and Lake is not having any of that as he takes that one immediately away. You can see just the difference between the defensive midfielders in terms of quality. Flea between the two teams is really making the difference here. It's very difficult for Real Madrid to get out of their own half at times.
No doubt, these defensive midfielders by Orlando are just eating up every possession opportunity that Real Madrid gets, and very difficult for these players to get.
Well, hold that thought. When he's going to have, he's had better attempts at goal in his days. That one was not anything that he's going to want to put on his wall. That one was, we'll just probably leave it there. Orlando back on the attack once more down the near side. Evo with a good bit of skill, looking to chip that one to the edge of the box. It looks like DM9 was almost there on the edge to potentially find his way on the end of it. And Dust now trying to get past Mokro. Can't quite do so. Still with Dust. Into Kessie. Back to Vols. Into Evo. Kessie looking to have a shot, in Libero there to stand him up. The defending...
Beautiful play by Orlando. They're building up the play quite nicely. I won't be surprised if they get a couple more opportunities before this match is over.
Well, you can see the defending from Real Madrid is starting to get a little bit more desperate. That one's floated into the middle. Austin is actually there to clear it away. This one looking for Mokro, and Austin again there to make the headed clearance. But Real Madrid starting to heat to the task here with 15 minutes to go in the second half. As Tolino on this near side. That one tackled out of play. Real Madrid have a corner themselves. And could this potentially play into the hands? It only finds the hands of Sanchez. Mokro trying to head that one back in. Solar couldn't quite shuffle that back in. And now could Orlando counter here? This one's sent all the way over. And it was Twinkie that got his head to it. It was an extremely good clearance, an extremely crucial clearance from Real Madrid. So they're going to want to keep Orlando scoreless. Dust now chipping this one over the top, looking for Moneybacks, and Evo with a rebound shot. Evo finding the back of the net. Orlando 1-0.
Well, Evo adds to his already magnificent goal tally, and the ball was put into a dangerous area, and he got him to the end of it and made that net bulge, and that's going to give him a lot of confidence going forward, especially in this big matchup.
Well, Goatless now into winning. Real Madrid looking for an immediate response. Goatless with a shot, and Goatless does get the immediate response. Real Madrid, just seconds after Orlando have scored, draw level here in the 83rd minute.
It's a brilliant response by Real Madrid. They're not going to go away easy in this game, for sure.
And they're looking potentially for more. This game has really opened up here in the past couple of minutes or so. Which team will decide to send more numbers forward? Lake now back on the ball, finding Kessie on the edge of the box, still with Kessie. Kessie's cutting in, looking to find Moneybag to the back post, and Tolino having to wrestle his way through, able to do so well, and CM9 lofting that one in. Solar booting that one away. You can see it does look like Orlando are the ones who are going to try and go for it here. They're not satisfied with the point at all. They want all 3 points. Evo back into Moneybags. Moneybags gets the touch, and Exile is going to have to concede the corner there very, very late on.
It was a brilliant tackle to disrupt a potential goal-scoring opportunity there by Exile. What a tackle that was inside his own penalty area.
Sort of set-piece magic can Orlando come up with. That one had no magic at all. It was straight into the hands of Jack, the goalkeeper, and that one booted long and sent straight back to Orlando. And Real Madrid, with 2 minutes of added time, could be back under pressure once more. Will it be Orlando that will have to do the final defending action? Winnie down this near side is going to have potentially a little bit of help. It's going to fall right back to him. Goatless now looking for Frio, who got wrong-footed. Thought he was going to make one run. He ended up making another. Mokro looking to find the way back in, and that is how the match ends 1-1 in very, very quick fashion. Flea. Orlando scored, and right off of kickoff, Real Madrid drew level, and that is how it ends.
No, it was a evenly matched game between two sides looking to get all the points, but unfortunately on the day, 1 point probably is deserving for both sides. They fought it up until the last moment. Just a brilliant game to watch between two heavyweights.
Well, it did end fairly even in the end. It does have to be said that Orlando did have slightly more possession at the end of the day. You can see there 55 to 45% in favor of Orlando. But Real Madrid showed themselves, and I think showed everybody else, that their defense can stand up to most of the best.
No doubt. And entering this game, Real Madrid had one of the best defensive records in the Super League, and I think that showed today for sure. That their goalkeeper was stellar. The back line was nice and tidy, and making it difficult for Orlando's stellar front three and attacking that net. And it was a well-deserved, well-earned point from Real Madrid, and well-deserved point for both sides, no doubt.
I think if the draw is going to hurt any team most, I think obviously it will be Orlando, who are trying to repeat as champions. That draw, not getting maximum points, will certainly hurt their bid, because they still are going to have Young Boys with now 2 games in hand. They'll be only 3 points ahead. So if we find out that Young Boys won both of their games tonight, that would really change up the Super League table. Will, I don't know if you have any updates on that in terms of the status of Young Boys, if Orlando still are maintaining their lead at the top.
Give me just 1 second to check that.
But you can definitely see that Real Madrid, they now potentially take over 3rd place from Chelsea. So it's getting very, very dicey, shall we say, at the top of the Super League table. A lot of these teams just within a handful of points of each other, and even that 6th place that Benfica holds right now, there's only a 4-point gap all the way down to 14th place.
No, it's very top-heavy, this Super League table. Very little separates these top 6 sides, and I think Moneybags has got to be slightly disappointed that his team didn't come away with 3 points today, but Real Madrid manager Exile has got to be super proud of his team for the way they fought. And like you said, they with that point, it seems as though they might be on level on points with Chelsea, and that's a big it's a big step up at this stage of the season, getting up to top 3 spot. So making some strides. Real Madrid is making a second half season push for trying to put some pressure on the top teams, Young Boys in Orlando.
Well, before we close anything out tonight, Will, do we have anything more to add? Any announcements for the coming week?
Yes, this coming week we're working on the Team of the Week for the last 2 weeks that just finished up for all of our leagues. Also, we are going to be releasing the podcast at some point, so stay tuned for that. We'll have an announcement for you in the Discord. And outside of that, don't cheat. Thanks.
The Taco Cast is on deck. That is the rumor that I'm hearing. So definitely tune into that. I'm sure there will be plenty of information put out on that. But till Wednesday, for myself, for Flea, and for Will, who again has to step on the Legos to get these things to run properly and smoothly, we thank you very much, and we will see you on Wednesday.